The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and more in southwestern Connecticut.
From the Tigers Den inside Ridgefield High School, the HAN Network is proud to bring you the opening round of the Class LL CIAC Boys Basketball State Championships with the number 15 Ridgefield Tigers hosting the number 18 Shelton Gaels. Good evening, everyone. I'm Frank Renito for the HAN Network, standing alongside Kevin Coleman and Mike Suppy, picking right up where we left off with the FCIAC champion Ridgefield Tigers. And we've got a rematch of a state football game we saw earlier this year. And Mike, this matchup just as intriguing as it was on the gridiron tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you got a piping hot Ridgefield team coming in off of their FCIAC championship run. You got a Shelton High team looking for a first state tournament win in quite a while. They had a nice season with a 13-7 record, and they're looking to make some noise here in the Tigers Den.
The Tigers coming off that gutsy, gritty, just indescribable double overtime win over Wilton in the FCIAC championship. Kevin, we were there on the call. Tell us more about the experience.
I think the experience for these Ridgefield Tigers, and Wilton's going to take a lot out of that game as well. I think for both coaches, they take so much out of that. It's a good experience, down pressure. How do these teams handle with down the stretch, down pressure? I think Ridgefield Tigers, coming into the state tournament now, are able to know what it feels like to go into a high-pressure game. They can use that double overtime championship win to their advantage tonight, coming off a big win. This team has a lot of confidence. You can see it during the warm-ups, too.
You have to wonder how much energy was spent, though, especially throughout the entire FCIAC tournament. Ridgefield had to have a buzzer beater against Fairfield Ward in the opening round, then back-to-back double overtime games. Mike, we talked about this a little bit earlier today. You can't expect the Tigers to almost go walking through the first three quarters and be able to come back again now in the first round of states.
No, it's going to take all four quarters here to beat a Shelton team that, like I said before, is looking to make some noise in the state tournament for the first time in a while. And Ridgefield's going to have to avoid the slow starts that plagued them in some of those FCIAC games, because you can't be relying on the buzzer beaters and things like that every game.
Obviously, legs will be an issue. Shelton lost in the opening round of the SCC tournament to the number 8 seed Cheshire, so they've had some time to really get ready. And the standings were set almost a week and a half ago. They knew they would be facing this Ridgefield team. They've had an opportunity to scout them. We're going to have more on the upcoming games shortly, but we would also like to take a moment and announce our Week 8 Winter Athlete of the Week winners. On the boys' side, it was Javon Hernandez from the Danbury boys basketball team. He went for 25 points in the Hatters' upset of Darien in the opening round of the FCIAC tournament. For the girls, it was the Trumbull Eagles' Taylor Brown. She was named the FCIAC's most valuable player during their tournament, had a huge semifinal game in their triple OT win over the Fairfield Ward Mustangs, including a buzzer beater at the end of the first overtime. The three-pointer extended the game, allowing the Eagles to win on their way to their first FCIAC championship since 1982. You got to see Javon Hernandez in that opening game, Kevin, and it was one of the most outstanding performances we saw in the entire tournament that day.
We talk about, again, this FCIAC, especially this year for boys basketball, it's been all about the guard play. And Javon Hernandez, point guard for the Danbury Hatters, brought it against Darien in a game that I think Danbury was really the underdog. If you look at it, against the number 2 seed, they came out firing right away, and it was all because of Javon. He really took control of the game, balanced the offense, got some big three-pointers in there, drove the lane really well, got some big steals, and really brought this Hatters team. What a performance he put on, and rightfully so to be Athlete of the Week.
Taylor Brown for the Trumbull Eagles almost was overshadowed at points in time because of Claudia Tucci and how good she was. Tucci fouled out of that semifinal game, and Taylor Brown really just took over down the stretch of that tournament for Trumbull. How important was she, Mike, to the Eagles?
You know, for Coach Steve Tovich, she's a glue player. I mean, she's going to do anything the team needs to get a win, and she showed that throughout the FCIAC tournament, and she's showing that now in the state tournament for the Eagles.
So congratulations again to Javon and Taylor. The Week 9 nominees will be announced on Nutmeg Sports tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. Boys, we're going to step aside quickly here. When we get back, we'll break down some of the intriguing matchups coming up in tonight's state first round matchup between Ridgefield and Shelton, only on the HAN Network.
Fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back on the HAN Network inside of Ridgefield High School, getting ready for the state tournament's opening round. Number 15 Ridgefield, number 18 Shelton. Mike, coming into tonight's game, size is obviously going to be an issue for the Gaels. Don't really have a player that matches up with Ladowdy of the Tigers. What does Shelton have to do to be successful in this one early on?
Well, they're going to have to chip in down low to stop not only Ladowdy, but also McNamara, who's got some good size, although he's more of a swingman type player and doesn't do traditionally all of his work down low. But Shelton's biggest guy they're going to put out there is Jeff Stockmall, who they obviously don't want guarding their biggest guys on the other team because he's their best scorer. So it's going to be a tactical decision from Coach Brian Gardner to figure out how to neutralize those bigs on Ridgefield.
Stockmall has been so good all year, scored his 1,000th point in his career just over a month ago. We talked about how in that quarterfinal game against Cheshire, he got into foul trouble early on. That was really the difference. If Ladowdy is guarding Stockmall, do you think maybe they try to attack early on and see if they can inflict foul trouble on the big man for the Tigers?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to attack the center of Ridgefield's defense, no doubt about it. This is a drive and kick team. That's their bread and butter with Stockmall. He's an inside-outside player, and also sophomore Brian Burrito is also another guy who gets to the rack. And they're relentless, Shelton. They're going to attack the inside. They're not going to settle for threes all night like we've seen some teams do this year that shoot an abundance of three. They're going to attack the rim, and that's going to make Ladowdy a key down there to stay out of trouble.
For the Tigers, obviously, it was a very balanced attack throughout the FCIAC tournament. Different players stepping up each night. McNamara took over at times. Essen player huge in the semifinals. Longo down the stretch of the championship. Which Ridgefield Tiger is going to take over tonight, Kevin?
You mentioned three great players. You talk about McNamara, his importance. Essen player Longo, these guys. I've been on the newborn. He's my guy. I think He made some big buckets down the stretch in that final game against Wilton. Joe Newborn, a great guard player that kind of doesn't get looked at often on the Tigers. You talk about McNamara, Essen player, and Longo. He's really the guy, but for Essen player tonight, he needs to be important. He's got to make sure he takes care of the basketball. He's the point guard. He's got to make sure he quarterbacks the offense. Also on the defensive side, the Tigers need to take care of the basketball, rebounding. That's been their trouble down the stretch. You saw it against Wilton. They weren't boxing out, but Dowdy has to come up big down low. Listen, this is a Tiger team. Even though they were in double overtime 2 straight games, 3 days now to kind of rest up. I think they're ready to go for tonight.
And for Ridgefield, we saw cramps play a major factor in the FCIAC tournament. Foul trouble an issue too. You're back in their home gym. Maybe they're comfortable with these conditions, but is conditioning going to come into play here tonight?
No, I think Alumni Hall was a hot one that night. You know, Alumni Hall, a lot of people in there. You even saw it with Cronenberg. He cramped up a lot in Wilton. I think it was just the gym we were at. I think the Tigers are going to be more comfortable at home. I think Shelton's going to be comfortable playing here as well. I don't expect us to see any cramping. Like I said, Shelton's had time off. Ridgefield's had time off to rest 3 days. I think both teams are going to be good to go.
Mike, Shelton has not won a game in the state playoffs since 2001. They're 0 for their last 8. Obviously didn't participate last year after forfeiting due to the death of a student in a car accident. Is there any extra pressure that builds within the program now from that kind of a streak?
Another streak that they've had is some bad luck against FCIAC teams specifically, with losses to Norwalk, Greenwich, and St. Joe's in recent years. But, you know, they're turning the program around, and a step in the right direction for them would definitely be to get a state tournament win. But I think there is a little bit of pressure on them. You know, a guy like Stockmall's not going to want to go out with a career where, you know, he put his name in the Shelton record books. He's going to want that signature win, and I think he's going to come really, really prepared to play tonight and try to get an upset win here.
And you talked about the program being on the rise. It's the first time since 2004 that they are ranked inside the top 20 in the state. For the Ridgefield Tigers, the opening rounds have become a little bit of a formality now. They've won 2 games in 4 of the past 5 years. When they get to the quarterfinals, though, they're usually playing a team that wins the championship. 3 of the past 4 teams won the championship. The other was the runner-up. How do they bounce back, stay focused, and get a win tonight, Kevin?
They bounce back. I mean, this is a team that's had a great championship run. They're excited tonight. They get to play in front of their Tigers later tonight. They're going to bring the noise tonight. But Frank, they've been in this championship run. They're comfortable now in the playoff. This is a senior team. Got a bunch of seniors on this team that have playoff experience. They're ready to go tonight, Frank. Shelton, on the other hand, they got to be able to quiet down the student session there, Frank.
Well, it should be a lot of fun. The warm-up buzzer about to sound. We're going to step out when we get back. Starting lineups in the opening tip on the home of FCIAC Sports, covering state basketball, the HAN Network.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
We told Dad he could have his office back if he sold 150 cars last month.
Deal's a deal.
Well, Dad, you did it. You get your office back.
Forget it. I'm having too much fun down here. My new goal, 160 cars. Wow. Folks, if you ever wanted a great price on a new Nissan, now is the time.
Right now, lease a 2017 Altima 2.5S for only $99 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
While there's still a bite out on the water, most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Wild Birds Unlimited, your one-stop shop for all your backyard bird hobby needs. Premium bird seed, freshly delivered each week. A great selection of bird feeders, houses, a patented pole system, bird baths, and a vast array of wonderful gifts of whimsy and nature. Visit us at 356 Heights Road in Darien, next to the post office, and across from Norotan Heights Railroad Station.
Want to reach new heights in your fitness and health goals? Find what you're looking for at Elevation Spin, Train, and TRX in Georgetown, Connecticut. Elevation Spin gives you purposeful spinning workouts inspired by the road. We encourage monitoring of heart rate and energy zones. Elevation also offers customized personal training with dedicated professionals passionate about helping you reach your goals. And let us motivate you to reach greater performance and functionality with TRX suspension training, using your own body weight for an incredible dynamic workout. Located at 4 Old Mill Road in Georgetown, call Elevation at 203-544-9503 or visit elevationspintraintrx.com for more.
UK Gourmet is the largest specialty grocer in the area, featuring food from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Make your St. Patrick's Day truly authentic with a wee bit of real Irish food, proper Irish-style rashers, sausage, and soda bread right from Ireland. Put down the corned beef and grab a boiling bacon to have what they really eat in the Emerald Isle. So say hooray for UK Gourmet, 78 Stony Hill Road in Bethel, or visit ukgourmet.us.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the spring clearance event and Ram Truck Month, now through March 31st.
Back on the HAN network, inside the Tigers' den, getting ready for the opening tip. The starting lineups, first for the visiting Gaels, they'll go with Armando Martinez, David Wells, David Burrito, Jeff Stockmel, and Brian Burrito. For the FCIAC champion Tigers, it'll be the same lineup we've been seeing for the past few weeks. Brendan McNamara, Zach Essenplayer, Joe Newborn, Chris Longo, and Nick Ledowdy, as the Tigers have won the opening tip. Wearing the all-white, they start going right to left on your screen. The Gaels in all black will move from left to right, as heading inside, Essenplayer called for the travel. Good defense there on the inside by Stockmel and Burrito.
Jeff Stockmel, big player here tonight for Shelton. Number 11 was held to 5 points in that final. Yeah, Frank, this is a Shelton team that moves very fast, just like Wilton did all season long.
Stockmel off the mark on that shot. And there's the advantage Mike Suppy talked about. Ledowdy with the rebound down low. He needs to be able to capitalize with his size advantage as a three-pointer knocked down by the junior Brendan McNamara to start us off.
Right where he left off. Good start for the Ridgefield Tigers here and for Brendan McNamara.
Martinez outside. Burrito with it.
Tigers playing solid man-to-man defense starting out here.
Was inside Stockmel off the grass. Good finish there. His first 2 points.
And that's a good matchup to look at. Here comes the full court press. Longo. Is he going to be a factor tonight? Hit some big free throws down the stretch in that last minute or so against Wilton in the final. Him against Stockmel.
Ledowdy steps into a 12-footer on the baseline and knocks it down.
Why not? They're not playing on him. Good choice there by Ledowdy.
Look of a 2-3 zone from the Gaels defensively right now. Tigers are capable shooters, as inside, able to finish through contact that time is Armando Martinez. And I'm not surprised by the 2-3 look, having the size disadvantage. And also, when you think back to that tournament, Ridgefield did not shoot the ball well in their 3 FCIAC games.
The one guy who really knocks down three-pointers in this lineup confidently is McNamara. But this 2-3 zone, they're going to try and shut him down. Again, you're seeing good defense start out from Shelton.
Second turnover of the night for SM player, as Wells hands off Stockmall to the baseline. 10-footer, too strong. And the rebound by Zach SM player. Bounce pass to Longo, who had to go inside and was blocked that time by Burrito. That was David Burrito, the senior captain.
Nice block there by Burrito.
Stockmall called for the travel there, just a little too quick with the back foot, and a timeout being taken by Coach McClellan with 5:19 to play. Tigers lead 5-4. We'll be right back on the HAN Network.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, InSports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign your child up now for InSports Future Stars Basketball Academy, teaching skills on the basketball court for boys and girls ages 5 through 9. Visit InSportsCenters.com for more information on this 7-week program. And for adults, spots are also still available for our men's 30 and over and 40 and over leagues. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Back on the HAN Network, let's go down courtside. Mike Suppy joining us on the sidelines tonight. Let's hear what he heard during that timeout. Mike.
Well, you're seeing so far that Shelton is showing that 2-3 zone in the half-court set with a little bit of full-court pressure mixed in. I think that's what they're doing to try to neutralize Ladotti's height so far. They were almost begging him to take that 15-footer there, and he knocked it down pretty sharply. So we'll see if they'll change that sentiment anytime soon.
Thank you, Mike. The zone stays strong, and it forces another turnover. Third one of the night is up ahead. Burrito going up, and a hard foul there by SM player.
How about that? Both Burrito brothers on the floor. Good take to the basket by the senior captain. But the younger brother, Brian, had a big game the other night.
First foul on either side. And it goes on SM player as Burrito gets a friendly roll, and we're tied at 5 with 4:58 to play in the first quarter.
We'll see McClellan go to the bench here, bringing St. Pierre and McGarity in. Sophomore and a freshman. On the smaller side, so Ridgefield going for a smaller look to kind of size up here for Shelton.
Burrito off on the second. Martinez battling for the rebound, and McNamara able to save it in control. At the top of your screen, you'll see we're running the HAN ticker tonight, keeping you updated on all of the other state games in action, as it is the opening night of the state tournament for boys basketball.
I thought FCIAC tournament was fun. This is gonna get real interesting. Great look inside.
And able to finish there. Stockmall, he cut right behind the zone. Easiest bucket of the night for sure.
Great drop there, Stockmall. It's old school, but it's effective. Big bucket there for the Gaels. I like their start so far here, Frank.
McGarity and St. Pierre have checked in for the Tigers. As the zone causing headaches early on against Ridgefield. Inside McNamara, too strong. Grabbed his own rebound, up again, and the putback goes. Good start to the night for Brennan McNamara.
Good start to the game in general. Both sides playing tough. Here he is.
Stockball flying through the lane. Picks up points number 5 and 6, and the Gaels lead 9-7.
When he gets on, he's on, Frank. Great cut inside by the senior captain.
And Mike, we know him as a shooter, but displaying the ability to get to the lane, the speed as well as Stockmall off to a hot start early on.
Yeah, Frank, he's got the full bag of tricks. He's going to finish with his left. He's going to finish with the right. He's going to pull up from 15 feet. He's a tough guard, no doubt about it, and he's showing all that he's got right now in this first quarter.
An offensive foul called on McGarity. 2 against the Tigers now, trailing by 2 with 3:20 to play in the first quarter on your home for FCIAC Sports, the HAN Network. Here's Burrito up top. Hands off to Martinez. Right back inside. Ball flying around here with the Gaels offensively, and a 3-second violation called against Shelton. They'll turn it back over as checking in for the first time tonight now, we see the senior captain Ryan Murphy for Shelton.
Good defense by Essenplayer. We're going to see Longo trail. He's going to bring this one up. I'd love to see Ridgefield try and run the offense here. Very fast pace early on.
There's a little confusion right now. McNamara 10 feet out, can't get that one to go off the back iron.
Good look though by the Tigers, even though he missed that. That's a good look that you try and keep going on the inside elbow.
Stockmall spinning inside, off the glass, no good, but an offensive rebound extends the possession.
Nice job by the Gaels on the boards.
Brian Burrito trying to get to the rack, and a jump ball ruled. It is going Ridgefield's way. They'll take over.
You see Newborn check back in. Here's Alex Price with the ball. Good three-point shooter.
We can hear Coach Gardner calling out 22's a shooter as McGarity working inside. Finds Newborn. Longo able to recollect. Great work defensively to start this one by the Shelton Gaels. Down low on the baseline, McNamara goes up, no foul called, and he's off the mark.
Good look inside, even better defense from the Gaels.
Burrito to the rack, and David gets that one to fall.
What a start here for Shelton. Playing with a lot more intensity than the Tigers are right now.
11-7 the advantage. Quick pass inside is stolen away. David Burrito jumping in the lane that time. And Stockmall can slow it down now, leading by 4 with 1:20 to play in the first.
What a start for Burrito here. Great read on defense. Again, I like this. Stockmall slowing things up, working the ball around.
Up top, it's Brian Burrito, the sophomore, and he hands back to his brother David. Stockmall controlling.
They're going to kill as much clock as they can here. Tigers still in that man-to-man defense.
As they go inside, Martinez kicks to the corner, three-pointer on the way. Good!
Wow, what great ball movement. Brian Burrito gets his first bucket of the night, three-pointer. That's a big 3 for him, a big 3 for the Gaels.
7-point lead now, Ladowdy. Traction, that was McNamara going down low. Longo finally able to sneak behind the zone. The Tigers end the drought, 14-9 with 15 to play. And the Gaels showing they'll go for one shot here.
That was the best ball movement I've seen this first quarter by the Tigers. Great look inside to Longo.
Stockmall looking for a screen to work off of. Kicks to the corner. Back to Stockmall. Three-pointer at the buzzer is off the mark. But a great start in this one for the number 18 Shelton Gaels. They lead 14-9 versus the number 15 Ridgefield Tigers. We'll step aside and be right back with more high school hoops after this on the HAN Network. HAN Network, a 14-9 advantage for the Gaels, who will also have possession of the ball. And Mike, we're almost getting accustomed to seeing these slow starts for the Ridgefield Tigers in the postseason.
Yeah, that was a big basket by Longo there. It kind of snapped them out of their funk a little bit. Shelton had the ball, looked like they were going to play for one shot, and then the Ridgefield coaching staff was not happy about that three-pointer wide open look that Burrito got there on the last Shelton possession. He said, that's three we need to get back.
And obviously, Mike, no need to panic for the Tigers, who have been in this situation plenty of times in the postseason. There's a strong take inside and finished that time by Armando Martinez.
No, certainly not. It's not time to panic by any stretch of the imagination, but Shelton's doing some things right now. As case in point, some fast hands that Ridgefield hasn't been ready for.
As a huge block by Longo, but again, it was another careless turnover as the zone trap combination just causing all sorts of fits right now for Ridgefield.
You see Burrito a little slow to get up there, but Greg, right now Shelton's playing with a lot more intensity. The hustle points are there. They're hungrier on defense, fighting for the boards. Tigers need a little wake up here after a slow first quarter. A big bucket to start the second quarter again for the Gaels. Ridgefield needs to run their offense, get some buckets here.
And it would be a 9-point lead if not for the Longo block off that steal. And a huge break then as the Tigers draw the first foul against the Gaels. It was on Armando Martinez. As they're looking to work down on that baseline in between the men on that zone defense, but some miscommunication there as that one too hot to handle for McNamara.
It was a good look. McNamara just couldn't quite handle it there. Tigers got to come out playing strong defense here.
Martinez with it, trying to go to Stockmall inside. Bobbled it around, but able to collect, recontrol it, and pick up his first points of the second quarter. He's got 8 in the game.
Shelton doing a great job of cutting around, especially Stockmall. Cuts through the lanes, finds the open areas. Great start here.
This is a Shelton team, as we mentioned, that has not won a state game since 2001. Longo inside, and he gets the layup to go.
And that's what the Tigers have to try and keep doing. Break down that interior part of the post defense here.
Pass down low, Burrito up through contact, and he gets the basket. Trading blows at both ends of the court now.
All night long. You're going to give Shelton that opportunity like that. They're going to finish strong all night long.
That's some player for McGarity on the right wing and back up top. Down low to McNamara. Newborn in the corner. He spots up a three. No good, but he's got his own rebound. Longo stepped around a defender. No good as that one just circled around the rim. And came out on the wrong end.
That's a good look by Longo. I like his confidence early on. Pump fakes, gets the defender to jump up. It's unfortunate it didn't go in.
There's a good skip pass there. And the offensive foul on Stockmall as McNamara had his feet set for that one.
Great job by McNamara. Set his feet, draw the foul, and Tigers get a big turnover here.
And Mike, let me ask you this. Were you surprised we have not seen more Ladowdy here early on from Coach McClellan?
I'm surprised with the quick hook McClellan had for all the starters. Newborn didn't play very many minutes in the first quarter there either, nor did Ladowdy, obviously, but you know, Shelton's getting to the paint pretty easily, almost at will, so I'd say put the big guy back in there and see what he can do.
As a loose ball fought for here, that's another turnover. And it's going to be charged against Newborn again. He is fighting it right now.
Brian Burrito, man. He's playing right now.
Oh, you're right. And it's been some mental mistakes as we see Coach McClellan talking with Joe Newborn right now, but you have got to give all the credit in the world, Mike, to a Shelton defense that has been very active with their hands here early on.
You know, that's their MO. What they lack in height, they make up for in, you know, aggressiveness and quickness, and they're a very relentless team. They're going to attack you on both ends of the floor.
There's a stop here defensively, and now open look for three, St. Pierre. His first bucket of the night.
That's a big bucket there by St. Pierre. Big three-pointer cut into this deficit. They need to get some stops on defense here.
The lead is 6 in favor of Shelton. one will stay down low with the Gaels.
Good help defense by Essen player.
Mike talked about Shelton's struggles against the FCIAC in the state tournament. As the last 3 state games they have played in are losses to Norwalk 83-45, Greenwich 49-40, and St. Joe's 59-38. St. Joe's would go on and win that tournament. Norwalk was a quarterfinalist their year, Greenwich losing in the next round. We mentioned last season they had to forfeit their first round game against Crosby after the death of a Shelton student right before that game. They're happy to be back, their highest ranking in over a decade since 2003 when they were the number 3 seed in the tournament. I was trying to go down low. Ladowdy with the left hand, too easy for the big man. Would you like to see more of that, Kevin?
I would love to see more of that. You can tell the chemistry is there between McNamara, Essen player. Essen player started that whole sequence, pointing over. Great job there. Good ball movement down low. So, Tigers certainly have the size advantage down low. They got to use it.
Outside here's David Burrito. Now David Wells. Of course, we saw Wells back in the state semifinals for football when these two teams met up in Shelton, leading 21-3. As Ladowdy gets credited with the block there. Battle for the ball. It's staying with Shelton. Shelton leading 21-3 in that semifinal game before the Tigers stormed back to win that one on a frigid winter night.
I tell you, Frank, I was on the field for that. That was not a soft surface there, I'll tell you. But what a game.
Stockmall from deep, no good. Good job boxing out by Ladowdy. We mentioned David Wells played in that game. Wells, the quarterback for Shelton, a true dual threat weapon and one of the fastest athletes in the entire state.
Oh, Frank, you remember that touchdown he had? The first touchdown he ran himself. Great take inside by Essen player. This is kind of similar in a way to what we saw in the first half. Shelton, much hungrier team in the first half. Tigers came back and won it. Good look inside, and there's that help defense by the Tigers, Frank.
As McNamara goes all the way, and we're tied at 20.
Great job there by the Tigers. McNamara, he's got to turn around and help defense there.
Just like that, though, Stockmall takes the lead right back. But Mike, it has been a much more difficult second quarter inside the paint with Ladowdy there now to help out.
Yeah, he sparked that big run when he came off the bench. He blocked Stockmall's shot, and that kind of sparked the Tigers a little bit. But again, you don't want to score a basket then turn your back on Stockmall. That's not a good recipe for success for Ridgefield.
The pass forced inside by McGarity is taken away. All the way to the rack is Brian Burrito, and another block there by Ladowdy. Up ahead for St. Pierre, and that one just out of the reach of that extended arm with 1:42 to go. And a 22-20 advantage. Mike, what has stood out to you so far as we're going to get a timeout here? We'll step aside and come right back. We'll check in with Suppy. More high school hoops after this. 22-20 the score on the home of FCIAC Sports, the HAN Network.
Get a fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
We are back on the HAN Network. The Shelton Gaels holding a 22-20 advantage currently over the Ridgefield Tigers, the FCIAC champion Ridgefield Tigers. First time we have ever been able to say that in boys basketball. For more on what we've seen to this point in the first half, let's check in with the HAN Network's Mike Suppy. Mike.
Well, Frank and Kevin, one thing that I've noticed is the refs are letting them play a little bit. 2 team fouls apiece for each team, and Brian Burrito had a valid call there for a foul. He got hacked pretty hard. the refs are letting it go for both teams, so it's going to be, hopefully they keep up that the way they're calling the game, because let the players decide it out here on the court.
Thank you, Mike. So 90 seconds to play now, quarter number 2.
Yeah, Suppy's right. Referees are letting them play. I thought a couple times, especially down low on both ends, players going up strong. Surprised there was no calls. Again, they're letting the players dictate this game, which I really, really like.
It's a very patient Shelton offense now. Quickly fires one around. Armando Martinez for 3. What a great possession by the Gaels.
That's why it pays off sometimes to be a little patient with the ball, work the ball around. Gaels doing that to a T. Tigers have to get a big bucket here to end this half.
Essenplair dumps it inside for McNamara. Longo on the baseline, up through contact, and he draws a foul. It's going to be on David Wells. His first, the team's third. Chris Longo heading to the line to shoot 2. He made his last 4 in double overtime with less than 15 seconds to go to secure that championship victory. This one is off the mark.
How fitting is this? Last player to be at the line for the Tigers was Longo in the championship game. First player at the line for the Tigers is Longo in this game.
Gets the friendly roll off the front iron, and the lead down to 4. With 30 seconds left to play. Ball movement again as the Gaels able to beat the double team. And Coach McClellan is not going to allow Stockmall to beat him here down the stretch.
Here it is, Chris Longo guarding him right now. Essenplair's got to step up here. Here comes the switch.
Wells puts it on the floor, mid-range jumper, no good. McNamara the rebound, and that's the way the half will end. 25-21 is the score. The head coach for Shelton, Brian Gardner, is standing by our Mike Suppy. Let's go down to the court now. Mike.
Coach, definitely a start that you would have drawn up if you could have had it to have the lead at halftime here on the road. What's been working for you guys tonight?
We've been real active in our zone. We normally don't play zone. Unfortunately or fortunately, we've had a week plus to work on it, and we've been pretty active in it. They've been doing good. They've been playing hard. This is a battle. That's what we expected.
How good has Stockmall been for you guys in this first half?
Good. He's a great player. That's the bottom line. So great players got to make great plays in this time of the year. So hopefully he keeps making some more.
What's going to be the message at halftime to the team?
Keep playing hard. The first 4 minutes of this half are going to be critical. The first team that makes a run is going to get some momentum. So.
All right, Coach. Thanks. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Mike. A great first half here from the Tigers Den. Ridgefield trailing 25-21 to Shelton. We're going to throw it back to Shelton. Our own Kate Chaplensky has got an HAN in-game news update. We'll be back shortly after this.
I'm Kate Chaplensky, and this is your in-game news update on the HAN network, bringing you the latest local news on Monday, March 6th. HAN's Monroe Courier reports that Monroe police arrested 38-year-old Lisa Nussbaum of Monroe on March 3rd after the department received several complaints from concerned citizens who say they witnessed a Facebook Live video of a juvenile child operating a motor vehicle. Through the investigation, it was determined that the video was being recorded by Nussbaum and posted to her Facebook account showing her juvenile child driving a car on public roads in the town of Monroe. Nussbaum was charged by warrant with risk of injury and impairing the morals of a minor, and she was released on a promise to appear in court on March 10th. And a driver for Uber has been arrested on larceny charges after he allegedly stole a Trumbull woman's debit card. According to police, 33-year-old Antoine McCrae withheld the credit card after his passenger had used it to pay for her ride. He then convinced her he had returned it and then used the card to make several purchases at businesses in Fairfield, Norwalk, and Darien.
McCrae is a convicted felon currently on parole from New York and was wearing an ankle GPS monitor at the time. His criminal record includes numerous felony and misdemeanor convictions, according to police. After learning of the warrant for his arrest, McCrae turned himself into authorities in Albany, New York. He was subsequently extradited back to Trumbull last Thursday. He's charged with larceny and criminal impersonation and was being held on a $50,000 bond. And Shelton police arrested 2 men for allegedly breaking into 3 homes and stealing electronics, jewelry, and a gun. Last Thursday, March 2nd, Shelton police responded to 3 residential burglaries on the south side of the city. According to police, forced entry was made in each of the 3 residences and electronics were stolen. Jewelry and a gun were reported stolen from one of those homes. After investigation into a suspect who lives nearby, Seymour police helped Shelton police locate the suspect at a gas station on the Ansonia-Seymour town line. Officers stopped the vehicle in the parking lot, located the stolen gun inside the vehicle, and arrested 2 people. Police said that a 3rd individual was in the vehicle but not charged in that incident. The 2 arrested occupants are 19-year-old Nicholas Boland of Shelton and 19-year-old William Copley of Waterbury. They were both arrested and charged in connection to the theft of the firearm. Shelton police say more arrests are expected in that case. And in Ridgefield, alternate one-way traffic can be expected to return at the Route 35 bridge repair project by the Fox Hill condominiums this week. Bayer Construction, the project's contractor, is scheduling alternating one-way traffic from Monday through Friday, March 10th, weather permitting. Ryan Wojcinski of the State Department of Transportation notified the town last Friday. Work at the site requiring the alternating traffic is usually scheduled to start after the morning commute rush is over and to end before the afternoon commute starts. But that does it for this in-game news update on the HAN network. For the latest local news, sports, and more, watch Coffee Break weekdays at 11. This update was brought to you by Milford Bank.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
We told Dad he could have his office back if he sold 150 cars last month.
Deal's a deal.
Well, Dad, you did it. You get your office back.
Forget it. I'm having too much fun down here. My new goal, 160 cars. Wow. Folks, if you ever wanted a great price on a new Nissan, now is the time.
Right now, lease a 2017 Altima 2.5S for only $99 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Whether you're looking for the freshest seafood, the perfect steak, or want to share delicious appetizers, look no further than the Stone's Throw in Seymour. Chef Peter Hom has more than 30 years of experience creating original recipes in his American eclectic style. Our dishes are made from scratch with fresh, local ingredients that pair perfectly with a seasonal craft beer, a signature cocktail, or your favorite wine. When you visit our Riverside location, you'll feel like you're on vacation when you're only a stone's throw from home. Visit us on Roosevelt Drive in Seymour or at StonesThrowCT.com.
Are you looking for new opportunity this year? How does growing a business with unlimited income potential sound? Christy Kinsman is a local entrepreneur building a global health and wellness business in Fairfield County. Offering cutting-edge anti-aging skincare, all botanically based and paraben-free, and a complete vegan, clean-eating nutritional plan, Christy's looking for business partners that can help get others healthier while taking advantage of an untapped market. Take that first step to freedom from the 9-to-5 grind by learning more about the products and our mentorship program. Contact Christy at thelittlehouseShop@yahoo.com.
I'm Frank Granito.
And I'm Donald Ing for the HAN Network.
Tune in to Nutmeg Sports Monday through Thursday, where we bring you all the top stories from Connecticut sports.
From highlights to player interviews and expert analysis, no one gets you closer to Connecticut's games than Nutmeg Sports.
Nutmeg Sports, now Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. on the HAN Network. We're back on the HAN Network. Shelton, the 25-21 advantage. Let's go across the way. Mike Suppy with head coach Andrew McLennan for Ridgefield.
Coach, obviously, one thing you're going to want to do in the second half probably is cut down on some of those turnovers that hurt you guys a little bit in the first half.
Yeah, we're sloppy. We were sloppy right from the start, and then that led to unassured play, not confident play. We'll get that under control in the second half. Probably fighting off a little emotional hangover. We got to get back to Tiger basketball.
How tough is this to be playing, these many games in this amount of days? It's a lot of quarters. Piling up a little bit on you guys in the first half.
Probably, but this is what we do. This is what these guys do. They're 15, 18-year-old young men. They're basketball players. It's state playoff time. Got to be ready to play.
Okay, Coach. Thanks a lot. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Mike. And if you're Ridgefield, Kevin, this is honestly a position now they've got to be comfortable in. I don't think they would really want to be playing with the lead at this moment in time. That's just not the way the Tigers like to do this.
Cardiac cats, man.
There
right?
you go, man.
No, it speaks volumes to this team and this coaching staff that this is a Tiger team that can be down at any point in the game and be confident enough to come back. Yes, they're down 4, but it really feels like Shelton has the full momentum going into the second half. I mean, what a start for the Gaels here, especially in that first quarter, playing great defense, and it starts with this guy right here with the ball, David Burrito.
And let me ask you, Mike, what is Ridgefield going to have to do now in this second half if they're going to come back and find a way to win?
I think they start to need pounding the ball down in the paint. I think that McNamara and Ladotti need to start getting some things going down low. That they've had some success with that, and stop turning the ball over, obviously.
That's Newborn outside. McNamara into a 3, no good. Battle for the rebound. David Burrito's got it.
Good look for the Tigers here.
Here's David Wells off the glass, no good. Scrum for this rebound, and Ladotti ripping that one away. Jump ball going to the Tigers.
There's Ladotti. How big is he on the boards? He was looking for a foul there. But regardless, big rebound for the big guy down low.
I thought it was very interesting how Coach Gardner was saying this is not normally a zone team, but they had a week, whether that's a bonus or not a bonus, to work on it, and it looked great in that first half. Very active as inside, Ladotti called for the travel, wave off the basket. Very active, aggressive, and smart in that zone. It led to 6 or 7 turnovers that were unforced.
Yeah, it's clearly an advantage to have that week to prepare. I mean, that's extra days to get ready, to practice, really get it down. Good job as coaching staff. Those day off, week off, really paying off right now in a big three-pointer start here.
As Armando Martinez kicks off the scoring in the second half. That is his second 3 of the night.
He's quietly going about his business tonight, getting some nice steals, rebounds, a couple three-pointers. Good start for the young man.
He's up to 10 points in this game. Second scorer to reach that mark. The only other one is Stockmall. Player to the baseline. McNamara from 8 feet out. No good, too strong. Rebound by Longo. He wants to go up with it. And a scrum again down low. Last touch by the Tigers. Longo disagreed with the call, Mike, but I thought he was actually lucky to get away with what looked like a foul from here.
Certainly. He yanked Stockmall back to get position on that rebound and got away with one there. But again, like I said, the refs are letting him play, so don't start calling it now.
Top, it's David Wells. Now Stockmall with it. Thought about pulling up, but good hands by Longo broke up a shot opportunity. Gaels forced back to the outside. Plenty of time here as Wells goes to the baseline, and it's blocked by Ladowdy again. That's his 4th block of the night. Longo, 3-pointer in the corner. No good. Rebound by Player. Back to Longo again, and he gets the second chance to go.
Great job by Player there, and an even better job by Longo. Recognizing where he is, cutting inside. Great pass, a great bucket.
Shelton back on the attack now. Martinez with it. And an offensive foul, just a little too much extension there to gain separation.
I like the aggressiveness though. Shelton still playing with a lot of intensity here. I like this. It all starts with David Burrito. You got David Wells on the floor as well. Some speedy guys for the Gaels, and it's showing right now.
Trailing by 5 minutes to play. It's Shelton up on top of the number 15 Ridgefield Tigers. Player with it. Trying to go down low, off the glass, too strong. Battle for the rebound, Ladowdy's put back, no good. And it is out of bounds, going back to Shelton. There's a little frustration on the face of Nick Ladowdy that time.
Listen, it's good hustle down low from Ladowdy. Shots are just not falling right now, and this is good. McClellan getting him off the floor, speaking to him a little bit. Don't want his emotions getting the best of him right now. As the Tigers going back to that smaller look. They're going to bring St. Pierre and McGarity back on the floor.
Shelton has used only 6 players to this point in the game. Ryan Murphy, the only player who's coming as a spell, is a circus shot there. Knocked down by Burrito. And the lead back up to 7.
He's really setting the tone right now for the Gaels. Great drive inside. Using that speed, blows by St. Pierre, big bucket.
Player for 3, no good. And the rebound is Stockmall.
Shots are just not falling right now for the Tigers. They gotta find their rhythm.
Stockmall at the other end, off the mark. McNamara the board.
Gotta push it here.
All the way through transition, and it's an offensive foul. First one on McNamara.
Going back to what Suppy was talking about late in that first half, how the referees were letting them play tonight. Both teams not in foul trouble like we saw in the FCIAC tournament, where teams were getting into foul trouble quite often.
As this time it's Brian Burrito. Goes up after having it stripped away. And he gets it to go. The lead up to 9, largest of the night. Longo, Player, and now McGarity as he goes to the baseline. St. Pierre for 3, and he knocks it down. Huge shot coming from the sophomore.
That's his second 3-pointer of the night. Big 3-pointer here.
Brian Burrito sees that one rattle in and out. Deflected pass, it will stay with the Tigers. Ladowdy checking back in.
Checks in from McGarity. St. Pierre stays on the floor. If you're an SM player, work the ball around a little bit here.
Hard screen that time from Player as Burrito is a little shaken up on the side of the play there. Good put back by Ladowdy. Martinez to answer at the other end, no good. And Longo, the rebound, had to tiptoe the line, put it on the floor, and now he's able to find some help.
Good pass by SM player right there.
McNamara in space, gets the lane to go in transition.
Great awareness by McNamara, great vision by SM player to find him running up the court. Big bucket for the Tigers, now trailing by 2.
And Mike, the student section starting to come to life now, trailing only by 2 here.
Yeah, that 9 points is about as high as Shelton's been able to get it. Each time Ridgefield's fought back. Now the team is starting to trade baskets a little bit more than they did in the first half.
That's another great finish in the lane by Burrito. Ladowdy trying to work down low. Goes up with the left hand, too strong. Wanted the rebound, but a foul on the floor. It's on Martinez.
How about Ladowdy down low? Really fighting for that rebound. And gets fouled in the process.
That's the third foul on Armando Martinez.
And I like Ladowdy's confidence on the post to try and put that one up. Didn't go in, but they got to try and find him down low more.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter, a 4-point Shelton lead. Fairfield Ward has already advanced to the second round. They defeated Xavier by a score of 55-54. The alley-oop! Great run from Essen player.
Pretty play there. There's that chemistry. Ladowdy and Essen player, pretty play.
Kicked outside, Wells with plenty of space, and he answers with a 3 at the other end. First bucket of the night.
How about that? Big response by the Gaels. I like the pace of play right now from both sides.
McNamara just inside the free throw line, no good. Newborn the rebound, goes up through contact and gets the lay in to fall.
What did I say during the pregame there, Frank? Sticking with my guy, and that guy's Newborn. Great awareness, getting the board in the bucket.
37-34 with a minute to play in the third. In the lane, Brian Burrito with the left hand, no good. Another rebound for McNamara.
Tigers don't need a rush here, don't force anything.
Longo dumps it inside. McNamara open for 3 to tie it. No. Rebound by Essen player. And now Longo's got it again. He spins around with time and space. Can't get it to fall. And the rebound by Brian Burrito as he picks up the foul. Charged against Essen player, his second of the night. Mike, a little bit more chaotic pace here in this third quarter.
Yeah, bordering on frenetic, but you got to give Shelton a lot of credit the way they've rebounded with sizable height disadvantage. A couple plays ago, Wells threw a body on Ladowdy down low, sealed him off pretty well, but as Newborn got a hand on it, kicked it back out to Essen player, and that resulted in a basket for them. So again, team's just battling very hard down low.
We mentioned Fairfield Ward, one of the FCIAC schools playing tonight. They advance with a 55-54 win. 6 seconds to play in the third quarter. Stockmall to the baseline, swings it to the corner. Have to get off a shot as Burrito at the buzzer comes up short. 37-34 with 8 minutes of regulation left to play. Tigers trailing on this one in the home of FCIAC Sports, the HAN Network.
Experience in car buying? Skep Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, skepchryslerjeep.com or skepdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the spring clearance event and Ram Truck Month, now through March 31st.
Back on the HAN Network, let's quickly wrap up the other FCIAC schools that are in progress right now. Ward a winner. Trumbull defeated Greenwich 70-45. Hamden topped McMahon 76-67, and East Hartford 74 to Staples 48. Again, we've got the ticker running with all our state tournament games going at the top of your screen. Let's check in with Mike Suppy at the start of this fourth quarter with Shelton leading by 3. Mike.
Guys, head coach Brian Gardner's message to the bench, suck it up. They can feel, they're in this game. They have the lead in the fourth quarter. They have 8 minutes to break this skid. But on one hand, you got to think this plays into Ridgefield's hands. It's only a 3-point deficit. They're used to coming back. It's not something they're not used to. So again, we got 8 minutes, maybe some more to figure it out.
Thank you, Mike. It's good defense from the Tigers to start this fourth quarter. Shelton unable to get a look quite yet. As Wells on the baseline, comes inside, Martinez, and what a possession that was to start the fourth.
What a look by David Wells, almost a no look inside to Martinez. Great finish down low. And Suppy's absolutely correct. This almost does, favor the Tigers here, even though they're down. It's a team that's been coming back and down low all season long.
Top, it's Newborn. McNamara for 3. Gets the friendly roll. Brendan's up to 12 on the night.
That's a big 3.
That's huge. They were ice cold from behind the arc in the third quarter.
They've actually had some great looks. Those shots are falling tonight. Tigers may have the lead right now, but this is a team that's been struggling down the stretch from 3-point land.
Stockball to answer at the other end. Comes up short. Ledati the rebound. Newborn had to climb the ladder for that one. Essen player driving into the lane. Swings it outside. Now Longo. Corner 3 on the way. No. Rebound McNamara. Up through contact. No good. Pipped around. And Martinez comes out on the other end. Loose ball on the floor, and now they scrum for it. But a timeout taken by the Gaels with 5:53 to play. We'll take it as well and be right back on the HAN Network. Back on the HAN Network. State playoffs on the home of FCIAC Sports. The defending, the FCIAC champion, Ridgefield Tigers.
You got to get that right, Frank.
Yeah.
You're in the house right now.
Title Den. That's what we're calling it now.
It's not just Title Town, it's Title Den. 2 FCIAC champions, basketball and hockey.
First time since 1992, and only the third time in history a program has held both the basketball and hockey crown at the same time. But they're in a little bit of trouble here in the fourth quarter, trailing by 3 against the number 18 Shelton Gaels.
That's a big rebound here.
Fire down low. Newborn trying to go up through contact, no good. Got the rebound, did Longo, and he finishes off the glass.
Tie game, look at that. Great job by the Tigers. Great hustle down low on the post. Both teams fighting hard on the boards. This is going to be a fun finish.
Always is with Ridgefield.
Cardiac Cats.
And traveling the call. Turned back over. And now for the first time since the first quarter, the Tigers with an opportunity to take the lead.
It's interesting, Frank, this Tigers layer, this student session has done such an amazing job traveling with this team throughout the FCIAC playoffs. A big bucket for McNamara there.
41-39, Ridgefield on top. McNamara has picked it up now. 7 points in the second half. He's up to 14 in the game. 4:45 to play.
This Tigers defense has really stepped up. Watch Joe Newborn's feet here on defense.
Burrito, mid-range jumper, and he knocks it down. Big shot there from the sophomore.
Wow, what a big shot by the sophomore. You're right, Frank. How about that confidence by him, blowing by, hitting a big jumper to tie this game up.
And Mike Shelton desperately needed that shot.
Yeah, and Burrito is a guy he's been the second guy all year to Stockmall. When they've needed him to step up, he's shown the ability to do that. He's a player with a very bright future.
Skip pass to the freshman McGarity, no good. Stockmall comes away with the rebound. Here's Brian Burrito running in transition. Heading for the baseline, tries to kick it out. Ultimately, it finds Stockmall just inside the free throw line. Missed everything with that one, but then Longo called for the foul. And he's upset with that one. But Martinez will head to the line to shoot two.
And he's trying to plead his case there. Good job by Martinez down low.
Give Longo credit, though. It was very, very close. It looked like he got at least some of the ball, if not all of it. Martinez short with the first one.
Especially down his last little over 3.5 minutes to go here. When you get to the line, this is the time of the game where you need to make them.
Knocks down the second, a 1-point lead for the Gaels. Trailing by one. Here's Ridgefield inside. Ledowdy with the left hand. Too strong. Might have forced that one.
It was a good look. Bad hop on the basket there. Hops out. Shelton, good rebound down low.
Here's Burrito up top. Guarded by Essenplair, and one step too many. Traveling the call.
That's good defense by the Tigers there. He was looking for that backdoor pass with Stockmall. Tigers forcing a big turnover.
3:16 left. Essenplair inside, down low to McNamara. McGarity creates some space, put his man on the floor, goes up in the lane, and the freshman with a huge bucket.
Breaking ankles. The freshman coming up big down the stretch. Big bucket for the Tigers.
Three in the corner, and it's blocked by the outstretched arm to Ledowdy.
Very smart play there by McNamara, who got that, not to force it.
Longo to the rack, wanted the dunk, but he'll take the lay-in.
Big point of the game here. Good job by the Tigers and Longo.
Mike, he might have blown the roof off this place if he threw that down, but I like that he wisely just laid that in.
And it's better to get the finish there than try to be a hero and slam that in, for sure.
Another block from Ledowdy, his 6th of the night.
Oh, Ledowdy doing a little stare down at the end. Big block on the defensive end.
Stockmall up top. He's guarded by Chris Longo. Going to the baseline with the left hand. They're going to wave it off. Foul was on the floor. It is the 4th team foul against the Tigers. It is the 2nd foul on Longo. Tigers staying with that man-to-man look here with 2 minutes to play, leading by 3.
They played their best defense here in this 4th quarter. Doing a great job shutting down Stockmall, who had a great first half.
Outside, Ryan Murphy, three-pointers, good.
Don't leave him open. He'll hit that all night long.
And a double dribble call here on Chris Longo. Reminiscent of Matt Cronenberg in the FCIAC championship right there. A timeout taken by Coach McClellan with 1:44 to play. We'll be right back on the HAN Network.
Get a fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
So after the Ridgefield turnover out of the break, it will be Shelton's ball now. Tied at 45, 1:44 to play. Let's go down courtside with Mike Suppy and hear what the coaches had to say during that break. Mike.
Well, Ridgefield obviously is a team that's played a lot of overtime games, close games this year. Stockmall goes up there. Just Shelton's a team that's experienced in playing in these close games too. They've played about 8 games that have been within a few possessions or have gone to overtime, so they're no stranger to this kind of atmosphere either.
Shelton played 3 overtime games during the regular season. Ridgefield has gone to double overtime in their last 2 games. Longo open for 3. Gets it to go.
Woo! Senior captain. We're in the big 3-4. Knocking down a big 3. Putting the Tigers up 1.
How clutch has this man been down the stretch of these games in the playoffs?
And again, watch this matchup between Longo and Stockmall. They got the switch.
Kick to the corner. It's David Burrito on it now. Circles his way back towards the rack. And a foul called. Burrito will be shooting 2 with 44 seconds left to play.
He's been so good cutting to the basket tonight. And it's his speed, really, that has been so good.
Off on the first.
Very frustrated after that. He's got to at least tie this game up. You can hear it, Frank. Tigers lair in full force right now.
As loud as it has been, the Burrito rattles home the second. We are tied at 48 with 44 seconds left to play. And a timeout taken. And let me ask you, Mike, if you're the Ridgefield Tigers right now, do you play for 1 shot here with 44 to go?
No, as the home team, I would not play for 1 shot here. I would go to try to take the lead. The pressure's on Shelton now. They've led the whole game. Ridgefield lives for this kind of last possession stuff. Go attack the paint, drive and kick like they've been doing in the second half, and let the chips fall where they will.
On the other side for Shelton, what is the message in the huddle, Kevin, from Coach Gardner?
I think Coach Gardner's going to tell them to come out and play some intensity defense. I don't think they're going to want to let Ridgefield settle for 1 shot. This is a Shelton defense that's been so strong all game long. They're in your face, and I think we're going to see that coming out of this timeout.
They've been in the zone all game. They have not really expanded up top and on the wings. Does the pressure get turned up now when they start to pressure out if the guards decide to hold it up top and eat up some clock?
And sometimes you see coaches move to man-to-man in these situations. That's what I wonder if maybe this is a Shelton team that I feel like is going to be a good defense if they move to man-to-man. Question is, will they do that? They're definitely going to come out full court pressing right now. So look out for Ridgefield. You got to take care of the basketball and get it over half court.
And if you go to man-to-man, can Stockmall handle Ledowdy down low? Remember last time Ridgefield had to work up court, Chris Longo turned it over via the double dribble. That's not the case this time as they gain half court, tied at 48 with 30 seconds left to play. It's the freshman McGarity with Essenplair, McNamara, Ledowdy, and Longo.
Listen, they're staying 2-3. Tigers may settle for a last shot here.
That's what it appears like right now as they are content working on the outside.
Who's going to get the ball, Frank? Don't leave it in the corner with Ledowdy. Got to swing it back out.
Essenplair trying to go down low. Runner in the lane off the mark. Rebound to the Gaels. Up ahead. Live into the rack. And it goes at the buzzer!
Unbelievable finish there by Brito. He was laser focused on that net. I can't believe the amount of focus he just showed right there.
Wow, what a finish. The sophomore, Frank. The sophomore gets it done. Wow.
The scoop layup high off the backboard, falling through right as time expires. And the dream season for the Tigers has come to an end. The Shelton Gaels end a 16-year playoff drought.
What a game for Shelton. Great job by Tigers in that fourth quarter to come back, take the lead. But Shelton has been the team who is playing with much more intensity. Again, Brian Burrito gets the big rebound. How about the hustle? Full court to get the big layup to go. What an ending. And again, Frank, we've been lucky to have some outstanding basketball games here on the network.
At some point in time, you had to figure Ridgefield's luck was going to end. They went to play for one shot. Essenplair had the look, and credit the awareness, too, by Burrito. Running, you check the confidence to head to the rack, and then he gets the layup to go. He joins Mike Suppy now at midcourt. Let's go down and hear from the sophomore.
Have you hit a bigger shot in your basketball career?
I don't think I've ever hit shots. I've hit some shots in bitty basketball and all that, but none bigger than this.
I was standing down underneath that hoop. I saw your head did not come up look off that basket. Were you focused right there? Did you know how much time was?
100% focused. I was focused right on the rim. I saw the defender coming, knew I had to get it up, and it went in. Thought I missed it and went in.
How big of a win is this for your program?
This is a huge win. We haven't had a state win in a while, in 20 years since he hit a big shot. And man, it's incredible.
Well, congratulations the next time.
Thank you, sir.
Coach, I'm going to come back to you. You guys were able to take every punch Ridgefield threw at you guys. You guys lost the lead. You had the lead the whole game. They come back and take the lead, and you guys are able to fight back. What's that say about the grit of your guys?
That's what they've been doing all year long. Look how many close wins we've had. We've won 3 games in overtime. That's our second win at the buzzer. These guys are very special. I told them a long time ago they were special guys. They showed it. That Ridgefield was phenomenal. They never give up either, and it was just one more play, and I saw once he caught it on momentum, I wasn't going to call timeout, and he somehow made it. It was a tough shot.
And you said all year people tend to focus in on Stockmall, and you've had guys step up. They were able to neutralize Jeff a little bit in the second half. What can you say about the supporting cast that stepped up?
Lately we've been having to because Jeff was hurt in that last regular season game and in foul trouble against Cheshire, and I think it actually helped us for this game. Brian Burrito, he's awesome. I said earlier in the year, I said he's the best second option you possibly can have. As a sophomore, he's cool, he's calm, he makes big plays, and that's just another one in a long line he's made this year.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck in the next round. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Mike. You've got to look at the HAN replay right now. Take us through it.
When you see Tigers, you see Essenplair at top of the key, driving inside. A great look. Doesn't go in. There you see Burrito all the way full court as time expires. High off the glass goes in. And how about that celebration? Wow.
A game again you just didn't want to end. And it happened so fast, you really couldn't believe it. I'm expecting Shelton to call a timeout there, but you heard Coach say he saw Brian take off and could tell There was no need to stop his momentum.
Listen, kudos to the head coach for not doing that. A lot of head coaches will immediately call a timeout once you see his own player grab a rebound in that type of situation. But to have faith in a sophomore, Frank, a sophomore hitting one of the biggest buckets of his career, what an ending. And again, like I said, to all these student athletes here, what performances they put on for the fans at home, for us. It's been a blast being able to see some of the best games that I've seen at the high school level.
Shelton wins their first state playoff game since 2001. They await the winner of Hillhouse and Southington. For just the first time in the last 7 years, Ridgefield has failed to win a state game. The final score, 50-48. What a game we got to see. Your final thoughts here, Kevin.
I got to give Shelton a lot of credit tonight. They came into a hostile environment with the Tigers layer in full force. This is a confident Tiger team coming off a championship win, and they came into the Tigers den and won at the last second. What a great performance, and the Burrito brothers really brought it tonight. I thought Brian and David did an excellent job.
We'll break it all down tomorrow afternoon on Nutmeg Sports. Of course, we've got Coffee Break with Kate Chaplensky at 11 a.m. to get you started. We're back one more time for the winter season Wednesday night, 7 o'clock at Trumbull when the Eagles host the Jesuits of Fairfield Prep. For Mike Seppi and Kevin Coleman, I'm Frank Granito saying thank you for tuning in to the home of FCX Sports, the HAN Network.